subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Today we are with Mr. Arihant Nahar, CEO at Stellar Global. Welcome, Mr. Arihant.
Thank you, Nitish.
Today we're discussing the increasing freight cost and how it is affecting businesses globally. Let's first understand from you, sir, why are the freight costs increasing in 2021?
So, Nitish, you've touched a right subject and a hot topic, I would say, which is a big concern for most of the importers around the globe. And the reason of increasing cost of freight started with pandemic last year. And I believe what we understand from a lot of freight forwarders and the shipping agents that there's a certain lobbying which is happening in this shipping world and the trade which is getting consolidated with fewer big conglomerates of the shipping line, and they are controlling the rates. So that's one of the reasons which is leading to the freight increase actually. Yeah.
Right. And what do you think? How does this impact the exporters and importers globally?
It's impacting huge actually, because the freight increase has been anywhere 3 to 5 times than the normal, and that is why it is impacting greatly on the landed cost and their final costing to their uh, customers in their respective countries.
Right. How do you foresee these increased freight costs in near future?
So, what we have noticed is for last 6, 7 months or rather more, customers were anticipating that first the Chinese New Year will come in 2021 and the freight will go down. They were anticipating it was a seasonal thing which has had happened. But uh, if the people who are into the import business and international business, if they notice, the freight had been staying very much, pretty much consistent on the rates where it is, or in fact, it is showing an upward movement further. And as of now, we can comfortably comment on this is that at least another 1 year, the freight rates are not coming down and will not make a big change. And I believe most of our customers have got used to and understood this phenomenon also. So they are doing their regular sales, regular purchases from China at the moment. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So, how should buyers and importers adapt to this change?
So basically, the business is going on, the demand is still there, and with the gradual impact of the freight which market has already adopted to, the buyers have understood, and they have seen that we have to get continue the import, and there is no control on the shipping rates or the freight which the shipping lines are offering, and still there is a demand in the market in their respective countries. Hence they are they are continuing to import the goods. Moreover, coming with Stellar, we are giving them such solutions which are helping them to reduce the impact of this increased ocean freight, and that is where we are working on our solutions with our customers, giving them that backend support as a manufacturer and the supplier of their products from China, that they can reduce the impact of this increased ocean freight.
So, considering the situation right now that the freight costs are not are have increased and are not going down, how should the buyers and people who are importing should react to the situation and should work upon the situation?
Uh, Again, a good question, Nitish. All our existing customers who are very well connected with us, they have continued their purchases because of the solution we have offered. And my message to the rest other customers also would be that this situation is not a short term problem which they are seeing in the global market, and it is not a country specific problem. So each customer, because he's importing for his own country, he thinks that his country freights have gone up, but actually the situation is global. And I would personally suggest, do not stop your imports. Market has adopted to these changes, and most important, the one who is still importing is seeing a good growth in his number, even in his own country. It's not only one country, but the one who has continued the imports, and most of stellar existing customers and the new customers that we have added in a large number in 2020, in spite of the global lockdown and impacts of the COVID. We have seen their numbers are growing as we are progressing, and that is our suggestion to the customers globally for the international business. They should not stop, because this situation is going to stay like this for at least 1 year minimum, and uh, can be longer also.
Right, sir. We've understood that the changes are going to stay and they're not temporary changes like we thought probably the ending of the last year and beginning of 2021. But now that we understand that these changes are not, I mean, temporary, but rather more permanent. So how are you as a manufacturer and exporter addressing and tackling these issues?
Wonderful. So what we have done is uh, we have worked on it, how to control the size or the packaging size for the products. And especially uh, in this last 1.5 year, we have noticed that e-commerce industry has been on the boom, and we had to work backward to support our customers and even the new customers who are showing the confidence in our brand and our products. So we have developed certain strategies, and we have done those modifications on certain products where the product has become completely knocked down, the packaging has become much lesser than what it was, and by easily on a similar chair what we are producing and what anybody else in China must be producing, we can assure a loading more than 30% than our other substitute, or which is a similar product available in the market. So we are able to compensate that increased freight cost by giving a better loadability of the product.
Right.
So, if I have to put you in the numbers, suppose there was a container cost which was costing, with the product value alone, around $25,000 to customer, and the ocean freight is $10,000. So the impact of the ocean freight is almost 40% on the landing cost of the product.
Right.
Now, same, and the customer was able to load, let's say, 500 chairs, taking an example of the chairs. Now what we have done is we have derived such a method to reduce the packaging and make it more compact, and still we are able to give him one piece packaging, which is a requirement for a customer in e-commerce. So we are able to load up to 700 pieces, and that too for a high back chair. Now
Wow.
imagine your loadability increases by 40%, you have reduced the impact of the ocean freight accordingly.
Right.
So that is how we are doing, and it is not just one product. But let me show you one product which we have created a creative also,
Yes.
and it will be very interesting for you to understand.
Yes, please, sir.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can.
So like this chair, exactly this chair, if you take in the metal base, that's a chrome base, what we call in our language in international business. And if you take it in chrome base, you can load up to 700 pieces of such a big chair, which is a high back chair. Yes.
Great.
Otherwise, generally a high back chair you can load is around 450 to 500 pieces in one container if you are doing one piece packaging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this we are doing on several other products also. So it's not just the one product or one chair that we are able to achieve this higher loadability. On multiple products we are able to achieve this.
I think that's a really smart way to reduce cost per product for your buyers, and I think everybody sourcing from you would really appreciate it. And I think products like these and probably more innovations are required to tackle this situation. So thank you so much for your time, sir, and thank you for sharing such insightful details with us. It was great having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nitish, and really appreciate your queries as well. And just to conclude, Stellar, that is been uh, the culture of company where we work on solution uh, to a customer. So we are not just being a supplier to them, but we also try and understand the problems they may face on their end, and how, as a manufacturer and supplier from Asia, we can support them in the best way. So that's been always the culture of the company, and we wish to continue that way. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Same to you.